one more book I'd like to read you on this Sunday afternoon, and I hope you can enjoy it a number of times. This one is about a cactus and how, well, nobody hugs a cactus. Nobody hugs a cactus. Why not? Yeah, I think so. Oh, ouch, ow, ow. By Carter Goodrich. Let's see what happens. Nobody hugs a cactus. Hank, that's Hank. Hank lived in a pot, and the pot sat in a window. And the window looked out on the empty desert, and it was a hot, dry, peaceful, quiet day. Just the way Hank liked it. But every now and then, somebody would interrupt Hank's peace and quiet. "Hi, Hank!" Rosie the tumbleweed called out. "Isn't it a beautiful day?" Hank ignored her. He just wanted to be left alone. "Okay, so long," said Rosie cheerfully, and she tumbled away. Hank was happy again. But just as he was beginning to relax, "Hello!" shouted a tortoise. "Private property!" yelled Hank. "Keep out!" The tortoise was so frightened he hid in his shell. Goodness, he sounds mean. Hank was still yelling at the tortoise when a jackrabbit dashed by. "Hiya, Prickles!" he shouted. "My name isn't Prickles," Hank yelled back, "and stay out of my yard!" Tumbleweeds, tortoises, jackrabbits. What next? Said Hank. A coyote came loping by. "No dogs are you allowed here," Hank yelled. "No dogs." "I'm not a dog," said the coyote. "And you are as prickly on the inside as you are on the outside." Ooh, that's kind of mean. Before Hank could yell back at the coyote, a cowboy strode by. "Keep off the grass!" shouted Hank. "What grass?" said the cowboy. "Seems to me somebody needs a hug. Too bad nobody hugs a cactus." "Hi," said a lizard. "Who invited you?" said Hank. "And just in case you're wondering, I don't want a hug." "That's good," said the lizard, "because I don't want to give you one. Bye-bye. Okay, see you later. Bye." And he's gone. An owl landed on the roof. "If you're looking for a hug," said Hank, well, I guess I could give you one. I guess." "Who, me?" said the owl. "You must be joking." And for the first time, Hank began to feel a little lonely. The next morning, Hank was feeling more sad on the inside than prickly. Maybe a hug would not be so bad after all. Might be kind of good, actually. Now the wind began to pick up. And an old cup blew up and stuck right to Hank's face. Like this. Oh, it stuck to his face. Oh. and his arms were too short to get it off. Oh, man, great. Oh, man, said Hank. And after a while, Rosie came bouncing by. I'll get it off you, Hank. Hey, hang on, she shouted, and she jumped up and she knocked the cup off of Hank's face. And she tumbled away. She's so nice. Hank didn't have time to thank Rosie. He felt bad about all the other times he had been so rude to her. So he came up with a plan. Hank decided to grow the best flower he could. And then he would give it to Rosie as a thank you gift. It took days and days, but at last it was ready. It popped out. He couldn't wait for Rosie to pass by again to give her that flower. When at last she finally did come bouncing back, Hank held out the flower to her. Look, Rosie, he said, I grew this just for you. Rosie was so surprised, she jumped up and gave Hank a great big hug. It felt so nice, Hank didn't want to let go. And as things turned out, he could not let go. Rosie and Hank had become stuck together. But they didn't care. After all, it's better to be stuck in a hug than to be stuck all alone. You think so? I think it is. There they are, still stuck together. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.